You remember steps how to check ECG, I hope. I will show you just a pathology to do it faster. You can see short distance here, long distance here, and arrhythmia. Yeah. This one, extrasystole, because very close distance here, closer than normal, and long pause after this. Complex same like this one, like previous complex. This one, supraventricular extrasystole. Short distance here, long distance here. Short distance, long distance. Every second complex is extrasystole. It is a supraventricular extrasystole by Gemini. Because this distance very short. And but it's close to a safe block. Same, very short distance, long pause. Supraventricular extrasystole complex, same like a previous. You can see tachycardia and sync QRS complex. Tachycardia with sync complexes, it is a supraventricular tachycardia. Tachycardia with wide and deformed complex QRS. It is a ventricular tachycardia. Same. Wide complex with tachycardia. Ventricular tachycardia. QS complex, ST elevated but close to isoelectric line, negative T. Q R small s, negative T. Q wave, negative T. This one, subacute stage of transmural myocardial infarction, transmural because R wave is absent, of anterior wall, V1, V2, and septum, V3. QS wave, big T, QS wave, big T, QS wave, big T. Acute stage of transmural myocardial infarction. V1, V2 anterior wall, V3 septum, V4 apex of the left ventricle. Q wave, elevation of ST. QS wave, elevation of ST, biphasic T. QS wave, elevation of ST, biphasic T. Acute stage of transmural because R wave is absent. Myocardial infarction in the inferior wall, second, third, and AVF leads. Tachycardia and wide deformed complexes, ventricular tachycardia. Absence of R wave, QS wave. QS, big T. QS, elevation of ST, big T wave. Elevation of ST, big T wave. Elevation of ST, big T wave. Acute transmural myocardial infarction, anterior wall, septum, apex, and part of the left, part of the lateral wall. QS wave, elevation of ST. QS wave, elevation of ST. QS wave, elevation of ST. Second, third, and AVF leads. Acute transmural myocardial infarction of the inferior wall. QS, elevation of ST, biphasic T. Same. Acute transmural myocardial infarction of the anterior wall, septum, apex. QS, negative T, AVF Q wave, negative T. Subacute transmural myocardial infarction of the inferior wall, because second, third, and AVF. Normal construction, something abnormal. It is an extrasystole. Complexes are different. That's why it is a ventricular extrasystole. QS wave and unchanged ST and T. Q wave. It is a post-infarction cardiosclerosis of the anterior wall and septum. Fourth stage of myocardial infarction. Enlargement of the P wave. It is a P pulmonale. Q wave in third lead. It is a post-infarction cardiosclerosis in the inferior wall. And depression of ST segment and negative T. Depression of ST, negative T. Ischemic signs. If patient feel pain at this moment, it is a acute coronary syndrome with depression of ST segment. It's possible that it is due to stenocardia or myocardial infarction. We should do a troponin test to differentiate. Short distance here, normal distance here. It is a supraventricular extrasystole. Elongation of PQ distance. It is a AV block, first stage. Tachycardia with sync complexes, supraventricular tachycardia. Long PQ distance. AV block, first stage. Supraventricular tachycardia. In V1, M-like shape of the QRS complex. In V6, deep and wide S wave. It is a right branch bundle of this block. Long PQ distance again. AV block, first stage. Normal distance, very long distance, normal, long again. We can put this distance 2 times in this pause. This distance not short, it is a normal distance, that's why it is a SA block. PQRS complex disappear in this place. Shift of electric axis of the heart to the left. Very deep S wave in V1, V2. Very high R wave in V5, V6. It is a hypertrophy of the left ventricle. Big P wave, it is a P pulmonale, and the signs of hypertrophy of the right ventricle, but not full signs. Shift of electric axis of the heart to the right. Deepest wave in V6, but small R wave in V1. That's why we cannot say exactly about presence of right ventricle hypertrophy. Why deformed M-like complex in V1, V2? Why this wave in V6? It is a right branch bundle of this block. We will finish soon. Deepest wave in V1, V2, big R wave in V6, V5, but no changes of electric axis of the heart. Signs of left ventricle hypertrophy. To confirm it, we need count indexes. Absence of P wave, big F wave in place of P wave, and arrhythmia. It is a atrial flutter, atrial crepitation, uncorrect type, because number of F waves is different. Shift of electric axis of the heart to the left, deepest wave in V1, big R wave in V5, V6, hypertrophy of the left ventricle. M-like shape of the P wave, P mitralia, hypertrophy of the left atrium. M-like shape, wide S wave. It is a right branch bundle of this block, and there is a signs of hypertrophy because very high R wave in V5, V6. But due to presence of block, it's too difficult to translate. No P wave and arrhythmia, which is a atrium fibrillation. Tachycardia with thin complexes, it is a supraventricular tachycardia. Q wave, Q wave, Q wave. Post-infarction cardiosclerosis in inferior wall of the heart. Tachycardia at this moment. Supraventricular tachycardia. Normal complexes and something abnormal. It is a ventricular extrasystole. M-like shape in V6, V5. Deepest wave in V1, V2. It is a left branch bundle of this block. Wide deformed complex in V6 and deepest wave in V1. It is a left branch bundle of this block, but there is a ischemic signs. Maybe this patient has a myocardial infarction too. When patient has two signs, it's too difficult to differentiate. But there is a hyperacute T wave, elevation of ST segment in V1, V2, V3, V4. At this moment, the patient haven't myocardial infarction, but has an acute coronary syndrome. Tachycardia with thin complexes. It is a supraventricular tachycardia. Same tachycardia with thin complexes, but we can find P wave exactly. It is a sinus tachycardia. Appearing of abnormal complexes, extrasystoles, ventricular extrasystoles. Tachycardia with thin complexes, supraventricular tachycardia. Irregular rhythm, tachycardia, it is an atrial fibrillation. no P wave, and arrhythmia. M-like shape in V1, widest wave in V6, it is a right branch bundle of this block. Absence of P wave and presence of big F waves. It is a atrial flutter, atrial trepitation. Normal constructions, abnormal. Supraventricular extrasystole. There is a R wave, but will disappear soon. Elevation of ST, biphasic T wave. In practically all leads. At this moment, acute coronary syndrome with this T segment elevation. After some hours, it will myocardial infarction, transmural myocardial infarction. At this moment, acute coronary syndrome. Ventricular extrasystoles. Every third construction is extrasystole. Trigemini. Tachycardia with wide and deformed complexes. Ventricular tachycardia. Irregular rhythm and no P wave. Atrial fibrillation. And ECG with all loads, if you need to know. First one, disappearance of PQRS complex, SA block. Second one, M-like shape of the P wave, it is an intra-atrial block, you don't need it. AV block, first stage, long distance PQ. AV block, second stage, Mobitz 1, elongation of PQ distance with every new construction, disappearing QRS complex. P wave still on ECG. AV block, second stage, Mobitz 2. Distance is PQ similar every time, but QRS complex disappear. And AV block, third stage of full AV block, P wave has own rhythm, QRS complex has own rhythm. That's all.